see. So what's the special thing we're doing today? Well, let's find out. I'm doing a tier list because Solkuru was asking everyone to do tier lists. So I was like, screw it, let's do one. My own personal tier list. How I think everyone matches up in the game right now. So this should be cool. Who should we start with? Who should we start with? We'll start with Jin, because he's like number 1 on the character select screen. I'm going to put him at a solid B. Hey Fluffy, how's it going? I'm good, thank you. Hope you're doing good. I'm putting Jin at a B. I think he's got a lot of good tools, but he's also really easy to outrange and counter. And with a little bit of work, he could be really solid, but he doesn't quite match up to some of the other members of the cast right now. So Jin's a B rank for me. Let's go Wukong. A lot of people are playing Wukong right now, and I bet a lot of people will put him straight up at the top. But I don't think he's quite there. Honestly, he's got a lot of really good tools. So I'd be thinking A to begin with. But he's the king of range melee. He has so many tools available to him, being able to get up on his pole to avoid projectiles to an extent. So I'm going to put him at S. I think he's definitely beatable. He's not as boss as everyone says he is, but he's very strong. Very strong. So I reckon Wukong's a solid S rank. This one might surprise people. I'm going to go straight for another S rank here. Tao. Since that last patch, Tao is so destructive. His 3-second ground stuns just allow him to unleash so much damage. His combo potential is ridiculous. Like, he can get picks so easy, and sometimes you don't even have a chance to use your escape, because if he ground stuns you and then keeps you in that combo before you can escape, then oof, you're just done. You're done. Someone that I think needs some work, needs a real bit of love, is this guy right here. You all know how it is. He's just, oh, I don't know, man, his skills really let him down compared to the rest of the cast. Like, they're great for damage and combo, but that's kind of all he's got going for him. And I think he really struggles against characters like Dalgi, etc., that can just like keep him zoned out. One of my personal favourites, Ara, we're going to place her next, I think. I'm going to put her at A. I love her zoning abilities. Love her zoning abilities. Like, the fact that she can put out her little orbs to buff her skills and keep people away from her. Her passive, being able to put out another little projectile, which you can sometimes combo people into or use defensively. Her whole array of skills are really nice for just keeping people at bay, keeping them in check. Her long range basic attacks, really quick, just the best for poking people. But her damage output isn't quite there yet. But I don't know that I don't think she needs a buff. I just think she's a solid pick, 100%. Should we go to next? Let's get some little background audio, by the way.
I'd hate to miss out on
Just
this
open up the
fun.
character screen so I can have a look. Let's do Mumyon. Mumyon, I think, oof. He's got a lot of good abilities. but his range kind of lets him down. I don't see people utilize his invisibility a lot. I think he could be really good if people get better as him, but not a lot of people have dedicated enough time to really master him yet. So I'm going to stick him up in A rank. Pixie. Pixie's a weird one. I think Pixie sits at C rank for me. I think his skills make him really strong in trios, but he doesn't quite shine enough on his own yet. I'd really like to see Pixie get a little bit of love, just to boost him up just a little bit more towards everybody else. Aiden's another character that's in a bit of a weird spot. I'm going to put him in B. I like what he's got going. I like that he's got a nice ranged projectile attack. He's got good range to his basic attacks. The shield that he can put down to block projectiles is great. But I feel like he just struggles to get anything going. I don't know, his combo potential isn't quite there. Maybe he needs a little bit of a damage increase. I think he's a solid B. You can make it work, but it's not going to be easy. Who else? Let's go Drunken. Drunken Guy I think is another solid B. The range on his fire breathing is really great for keeping people at bay. He's got pretty good range on his basic attacks. His other skills complement him well. But he just doesn't quite shine. I don't know what it is that he needs. But I think he needs a bit of love. He needs a bit of love for sure. Someone that I think they've done real dirty. Someone I think got nerfed early on, and I think the nerfs were a bit too harsh, is Momo. I'm putting Momo down at C rank. She used to be a killer. She was crazy high. And I think the nerfs were a little bit too much. She still has a lot of potential, but a lot of her skills are so easily avoidable now, and her basic attack is so easily avoidable, that it's a struggle. It's a struggle for Momo these days. So she's sitting at C rank. Another C rank for me is Sanjang. I don't know what it is about him. I like that his little buffs and stuff, but I don't know. He just never seems to be able to get anything going when I see him in game. My personal favourite legend in the whole game, one that you all know I love, Mimi. She's a solid B for me. If you can get a combo going with her, you can get a kill. If they don't have escape, or if you can burn their escape early and then you get a launch, they're dead. As long as you're the same level or higher level than them, or you've got better gear, that's it, it's over. But in a straight up 1v1, getting the engagement to start that combo can be really difficult for her. Her first hit of her basic attack has a lot of start-up animation, and it doesn't hit until really late in the attack, and a lot of the rest of the characters can just hit her during the start-up, so you've really got to get the drop on someone. There's Mimi to get it working. Another character that I think they buffed him recently. Big ol' Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy's another solid B for me. He's got a really good versatile kit, he's got a lot of rush down potential, he's got that shield ability that can clear projectiles out of the way. But his basic attack combo is really slow, it doesn't hit that hard, and it leaves him really vulnerable. If you can just like dodge his skills and then go in, there's not a lot he can do. I think if he had just a slight damage increase, maybe increase some animation frames, let some of his attacks hit a bit sooner, I think he'd be a really good character. Your list would be different to this? I'd love to see your list, Halsey. And that's what I'm going to do. Shout out to Frostytude, by the way, for making this. What a legend. Once I'm done, I'm going to share this on Twitter, and I'm going to share the link. And then, when we've got like loads of people who have done these, you can see like what the community as a whole think. It will like combine everybody's and take an average. My stream's also dropping a ton of frames right now, I don't know what's going on. Might have to sort that out in a moment. But yeah, I want to get as many people doing these tier lists as possible, because then this site will actually take an average of everybody's, and then we can see what the community as a whole thinks. So I'll share that in a bit. Samurai Boy. Samurai Boy. I think he's a C, honestly. I've seen some good ones. His launch and combo potential were great. He's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Like the whole like playing dead and summoning the demon thing to do attacks, it's kinda cool, but a lot of characters, like when I'm playing Mimi, when he's on the ground I can just rush in and get a big combo on him. It doesn't launch, but he's just sat on the ground and taking a ton of damage. And then I can just block whenever he tries to do one of his little projectile things. So I think he needs a bit of love, to be honest. He's strong, but he could be stronger. Sandy. Sandy is really good right now. Her freeze is really strong. Her little projectile, really strong. Her laser beam, really strong. She's got such high damage. It's unreal. She's an S rank for me. You gotta play patient as Sandy, but if you can get freeze, you can get a kill. Easy peasy. That's how it goes. Dara. Dara is super underrated in my opinion. I'm putting Dara up at A rank, because I don't think people have really discovered the true potential of Dara yet, with her passive. Being able to change between elements to get different property attacks. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Like, the potential for different combos and stuff is crazy. She's got good range on both her basic attack and on a lot of her skills, and good damage. I don't think enough people give Dara credit for how good she is. And of course, move to one, final legend. RNES Plus, Dowgie. Range on her basic attack, incredible. Her projectile skill, that tracks, great for spacing. She has like a little laser beam that fucking hits you no matter where you're stood apparently. That needs working on, because that's just a little bit broken. And then she's got her spectral dash, which gives her invulnerability, which is great for countering against someone that's chasing you in your slipstream. And just great for getting combos started in general and applying pressure. She's got a good launch. She's got every tool she needs, and then she's got a resurrect on top. And crazy damage output. Like, she's just a really good legend. Like, her kit keeps her up there. Like, even if they nerf her a little bit, like reduce her damage, maybe make her able to take damage during spectral dash, she's still gonna be like S rank, A rank. Because she's crazy good. Crazy good. So yeah, that right now is my personal tier list. Obviously it's only season 1 still, we're only halfway through season 1. So this is just based on my play, what I've experienced in the game, what I've seen in the tournaments. Obviously a lot of these characters we didn't even really see in the tournaments, which is a shame. So there's definitely some work to do for balancing. So yeah,